Welcome back to FallingFoxGaming, everybody. I'm your host Blaine, and today we're picking up with some more Stellaris. Now, because Stellaris' big update kind of broke our last game, we are restarting. I have opted into the newest patch. I've waited for a couple patches because I saw that there were a few problems and I wanted to wait a little bit. So we are currently on the beta patch 3.0.3. So hopefully some of the issues have been worked out already. We'll continue playing through some of the issues and just hope none of them affect our game too quickly. What I've read is most of them are problems later on in the game, so let's hope things are fixed before we get to that point. So let's get started and see what we're going to do today. Alright, so now that we have updated to the latest patch, or the beta patch at the very least, we've changed our species just a little bit. So we are going with a just intelligent trait race instead of adding positives and negatives because I don't know the new system as well as I did the old one, so I don't want to screw myself over for something down the line when I know that I'm going to be going for science anyways this run, so that's just a good way to start. And then we are going with the remnants origin instead of the calamitous birth because I like the idea that we were once a great civilization that kind of fell on hard times and are kind of just going to try and crawl back out of obscurity. So we get a relic world to begin with, so we'll see how cool that is when we start. And our starting civics are 1 mind, which increases our monthly unity by 15%, and our leaders are less likely to gain negative traits, and then divided attention, which increases our admin capacity by 10%. This will stack well with the increased population growth and Empire Sprawl reduction penalty. Or, well, I guess it's not really a penalty, this is a bonus from being a hive mind. And then being Gestalt conscious, we gain less war exhaustion, we gain improved monthly unity, and we gain +2 to encryption, which is one of the new things, which we will see in the game once we get started. Otherwise, everything else is just about the same. I'm going to make it very clear that I actually have the Nemesis DLC completely turned off and uninstalled completely for a couple of reasons. One, there are a couple of very big problems with it right now, and I don't even think the new beta patch has fixed them. So I'm going to go ahead and just play this playthrough without that installed, so that way we don't have any problems down the road. I may do a series in the future where I install that and then we can go through that, but all the best features for the newest patch are in just the basic patch, not the DLC, so we're just going to run with that. And then here are our game details to show you what we're all starting off with. We're going to have 30 AI empires. We're not going to have any advanced starts this time around because there is a new economy system and I don't know it that well yet, so I don't want to do all advanced AI starts like I normally do. So we're going to hold off on that this time around. We're going to have 3 fallen empires, 2 marauding, normal tech, pretty much everything else is normal, so, or close enough to it where it doesn't really matter. Grand Admiral difficulty, no scaling difficulty, but that's pretty much it. So let's start the game in full. So here's our just general overview of our beginning. Our leader Obsidious here just kind of watching us. We'll just kind of click through everything here really quick just so you guys can see it all. Just in case any of you are very curious about what we're doing. And let's see where we're at in the galaxy. Okay, so we are starting in the very, very top. That's an interesting starting position. Ooh, this is kind of neat. We're at the end of a spiral arm. So this is our arm right here. And we are at the very end of it. That is a very interesting spot. This could either be really good or really bad for us, depending on what's around us. There's an Arctic world right there that we can see. Let's just go ahead and pick our sciences. As usual, we're going to go with the increasing our research speeds whenever we can. Population growth speed or monthly unity. Those are both exceptionally good things. We're going to go with monthly unity this time because we don't have the increased science for that. And then here, increase engineering. Good enough for me. And then we'll go ahead and take a look at our edicts. All we have is fortify the barrier border, so that's not going to do any good for us right now. And then our policies. We're going to go ahead and take a look at these. We're going to go ahead and just deal with expansionists because that's, I think, the best one for beginning stuff. Yep, looks like it. Unrestricted wars. We're going to go ahead and change that to defensive only for now. We shouldn't be getting into wars for 10 years, but this will make it so people will generally like us a little bit more. The reason why we're doing that is because generally people don't like hive minds, so this will help fix that a little bit. Orbital bombardment, same thing. We're going to go with selective, so that way people like us a little bit more. Aggressive, we can just be... Ooh, this is interesting. So now this actually kind of matters. One of the new updates is that the first contact protocol actually matters. So if we keep with aggressive, we can attack neutral entities, and it allows us to do abduction and dissection with first contact things. Or we can do cautious, which I'm not sure. Oh yeah, this is... So there's a new kind of like little mini game type thing where it's the first contact target difficulty, kind of like when you do archaeology, where you have to kind of like figure out who they are. It's no longer just researching it for X amount of months. I think we are going to go with proactive. We want to meet people. That is going to be kind of how we do things. Border status, we're going to start off closed to everyone. I don't like random people accidentally wandering into our territory. I'll let them in the future if I feel like they need to be let in. Production, we're just going to stick with balanced because there's no reason to ever do anything else otherwise. And then purging, displacement only. Again, that will just make people happier when we meet them. So this is kind of our start. Let's take a look at our system. It looks like we're able to get some engineering research and minerals and energy, which is actually pretty decent. So our general solar system, I'm not going to lie, is kind of boring. It's just some generic stuff, some energy here, some minerals here, and some energy or some engineering research there, which is the first thing we're going to grab. I'm going to go ahead and grab that engineering research, get that out of the way. And then our science ship. So here's the thing. Because we're at the end of an arm, we have to go two different directions. We have to go left and we have to go right. And we have to try and not get boxed in. If we stay in this top little area right here, we're going to get boxed in for sure. It's just a matter of how quickly. Now, our science ship here has research anomaly speed by 35%. That's not a great one for having our only scientist because I would rather have them have survey speed up. But we're just going to get them moving that direction. And we're going to save all the rest of our resources because we actually want to try and get a scientist and another scientist ship out as soon as possible, which we're going to do that right off the bat. Science ship, get that building. Once that's done constructing, we will send it out right away. So this station doesn't have anything fancy, so we're going to send this ship that way further. The moment this ship is done constructing here at the station, which is almost done, we'll pause. Boop. And we will get a scientist for the ship. Recruit a new scientist, and what do we got here? Anomaly discovery chance. That is, well, honestly, it's not great, but it's better than nothing, I suppose. We're going to go ahead and just sell some minerals. Boop. Just so we can afford another scientist to fill in this ship. We'll go ahead and go with the younger version of that same thing, just that way we have someone in there. And we're going to send them over this way. So this science ship found a dead end over here, which is actually kind of a good thing, I guess. It means one less area we have to worry about. What did we find over here? We found another Arctic world over here, size 17. Same as that. But we're going to keep this guy going. This might actually be worth... You know what? We're going to survey that system. So we're going to play this one a lot different than our last game. Planets are now done completely different than they used to be. There's the different districts, which have the Hive District for us. The Industrial District, which gives us minerals and alloys, and then the Generator Districts, Mining Districts, and then Agricultural Districts. And that's kind of it. And then you just have a few building slots here, which are not tied to your population level. Well, I guess I would consider it to be a huge upgrade, because then you're not just building a whole bunch of the same planets. I don't know how well it works yet, so I'm not going to say whether or not I like it. I will let you guys know as soon as I kind of form a real opinion on it, whether I like it or not, but let's just keep going and see how things turn out. So, as usual, I'm going to pause and show us the very first tradition, and I've discovered something kind of. So, they've changed the trees around just a little bit. So, the options that we kind of want to go with now is I think we actually want to go with the Starbase influence cost down, because I think that's a little more important than survey speeds, because we're not going to be surveying everything right off the bat. Normally, I try to rush this tree immediately, because this tends to be extremely important early on, but I think honestly having the influence cost down for star bases is more important nowadays. And that's what we're going to go with. So our construction ship finished everything in the main system here. So I think it's actually going to be worth sending him over to this system and potentially claiming it. We're going to want to get somebody on that planet. So that is our main goal. Down over here, we have pretty much nothing explored. I should probably search this system. Well, no, we're going to send him over here. Check this out. So looking, this looks like a choke point. I don't see that trailing off at all, which means this is probably a choke point. If this is, this gives us our first 2 big choke points of the game, and I'd be happy with that territory. So, here we go. So we found alien vessels in said planet, well, in said system. Let's see what we got here. Hostile. Ooh. So they don't like us. They're attempting to evade them. What do we got? Let's see if we can see. What do we got here? Ooh, they have a what? Okay, so it's these guys. So we're going to avoid them. So that's actually a not good area for us to go. So we're going to go ahead and just do that. We're going to leave. We're not going to worry about trying to... Actually, let's take a look at contacting them. So to actually contact them, we actually assign envoys now, which is completely new for us. I think we can do that. I'm not sure how we do. There we go, envoy. So we have 2. We're going to go ahead and send one of our guys to do that. Let's send this guy. So now, as I mentioned before we started, we no longer just have to waste our research on it. It's just our envoys. And I do believe they come back once they're done figuring it out, so it's not a waste to send our envoys that way. Okay. So not only is this area down here hostile, up here is the system called the Great Wound. I do believe they're hostile. Yep, they're hostile, so hopefully our science ship doesn't get lost there, but let me show you what the Great Wound looks like. Womp womp. So it looks awesome, I'll say that. But there's like these like energy beings. Look at these guys. Yeah. Look at that. 5,400 by itself, a single little energy beam. So we're obviously not going to go through here. Let's hope our science ship gets out of there without getting blown up. We're going to have our construction ship go ahead and build our first starbase. And with that, we're going to hopefully have our first colony ship too. So we should get that going. Let's take a look. What do we need for a colony ship? We need some minerals and alloys. So we just have to wait for that, a couple months for that. And then we'll get our first colony ship going. Okay, and we have our first colony, our first contact event pending. Let's take a look. Doesn't look like anything useful from it. So I guess we're just waiting again. So up here in the Ekimar system, or Ekimar, yeah, system up here, we found 2 planets that are size 25 and 23. Now they're ocean worlds, so they're not perfect for us, but with us being mineral species, they might actually be habitable. I think I'm going to have our guy just survey this system. I feel like he's out far enough that I don't really want to send him any further quite yet. He is continuing his little search. I don't think there's anything special here. No. That's a lot of stuff in that system. Look at that. I'm not going to have him waste his time researching that right now, or surveying it. This does look like kind of a choke pointy area, so it is worth keeping an eye on what's around him. If we end up here and we find something, we're going to probably want to lock down this system. We'll start our colony ship. Boom. And with that, now we just have to wait for this guy to be able to build our stations in this system. And with our next trait, or tradition, we're actually going to hold off on this one right here. That's what I was going to go with, but I'm actually going to go with the new colony, start with 1 extra population, because we're about to get down a new colony, so that's definitely the smarter way to go. So the thing with being on the top of the arm up here for the spiral arm is that this area has to be either dead end or it has to link down here. I'm thinking it links down right here to this next arm. Oh, and here we go. We found some other aliens. Let's see if they are... Oh, 2. What is that? What is that? Okay, so it is some big space thingies and a actual space station. These are Gamma aliens. So let's go to Gamma and we will send one of our envoys there because we want to figure out who that is. There we go. I don't believe our science ship is not hostile, so that's good. Or their ship is not hostile, so that's awesome. So we're going to have our ship come down here and survey this. I think this is the exit to the spiral arm, and we are going to want to secure that as soon as we can. Alright, we have a first contact event pending. Let's take a look, see if we figure anything out. Nope. Nothing yet. So, okay. And we have another first contact event popping up. See if we learned anything new. Nope, basically no. Wow, difficulty is 5. Okay, so I mean, I guess it's normal, I guess, but well, that kind of sucks. Nothing new. Well, stage 3 though, so I don't know how many stages there are. Hopefully not that many. Okay, so we just got down our first colony here on Hixar Prime, which is right kind of by, this is in the system we went to. We know, right here. As we landed there, we found colonial remains. So it seems like we had some kind of bonus, building cost reduction, district cost reduction, and it gains a ruined arcology. That's pretty awesome. Arcologies are pretty nice usually. Yeah, look at that. So the chance of finding, what are those called? Artifacts. That's pretty neat. I'll take it. As for that, we also have our next tradition. So we can do our pop growth speed or starbase influence cost. We're actually going to do the influence cost down now because we actually need influence to be reduced so we can start collecting more systems here now. And we also have a first contact event popping up. Looks like we found some influence. Oh, yep, so drone study. So we did figure out what one of them are. Which one is this? Communications have been established with someone. Who? Which one is that? Doesn't tell me. Mineral extraction operation. Is that this kid? Is right here? I thought it'd be... Nope. Apparently not. So they're not going to tell me which one. Oh, is it these? I don't know. They don't tell me which one. I'm assuming it's this one, because that's one where like the little like icon disappeared. I suppose I will just send an envoy to this one here then, just to kind of get them all cleared up. I don't actually know if there's a better order to do those in. I'm just kind of going with what they're showing me. We're going to go ahead and do the anomalies now though, because we're starting to hit the far points of where our empire is likely to be. And here we are with another first contact event. Alright, it looks like... Ooh, we lost some bad... Oh, we lost progress. Dumb. Okay, so that's just going to be on hold for a while now. Alright, so our science ship down up here is completed. We definitely want these planets. Those are very big planets. Like, very big planets. Those could be really cool. We're going to send our science ship onward. I am going to check just this system, and then maybe this system, just to kind of see what's over there. But then I'm going to have them head back so we can start taking some of these other systems. Alright, and another first contact event. Let's see if there's anything. Ah, there we go. We found the Artisan Troop. That's pretty cool. So that is the group that's right here. If you can see where I'm kind of circling around here, up here. That is a really good group to find. Let's actually talk with them immediately. Maybe they can get us something cool. If we become their patron, it's a 10-year upfront costing. They give us monthly unity up by 10% for 1,000 energy. Now we have the energy technically. Let's take a look at our unity gain. So that would add 2 to our unity gain. We're going to do it. This might hurt us. I honestly don't know if I should do this, but I'm going to do it because I want that unity gain right off the bat. We're just going to go ahead and do it, and we're not even going to think about it. We're just going to move on. So there is a hostile entity in this system, which means no other empire is going to be able to come up this way anytime soon, which means we are free to take these systems slowly. That is a huge, huge, huge plus, and that means I can pull back our construction ship 1 to finish that, because I don't know why I didn't finish that. But that also means we can get our construction ship to take some of these systems slower without wasting time just kind of hanging out, hoping for influence. Ooh, we found a natural wormhole. Neat. Where's that at? That is in, ooh, Bindar. So that's way over there. Okay, so good to know. Natural wormhole over that way. Okay, we got another science ship over here. We're going to go ahead and recruit another scientist. We'll just do that guy, I guess. The reason why we hired another scientist, or another science ship, is we're going to have him start surveying the systems right around our base, right around our main star system. So that way we can try and gather up some more star systems here. We are going to start falling behind in output of all of our stuff if we don't start collecting more systems. And I don't want to do that at the expense of just exploring a little bit. Our science ships really aren't finding anything. This find down here is huge because it means that no one can come at us from that direction, but that's pretty much it. And over here we have kind of a blockaded area between those two systems, but aside from that, there's really nothing helpful. So my hope is that we can actually get some of these systems to create artificial choke points all the way over to here and actually manage to get these two systems, or two planets. Awesome. We got some research completed. That boosted our Unity. Both of these are really good. I would love to have more admin capacity because eventually we're going to run into an issue with that, but the increased research speed is far more important. And another first contact event. Let's see. Ooh, okay, so got some more influence from it. Some cloud study stuff. Okay, so we figured out who these guys are up here, I think it is. Or no. Whoop, wrong thing. These guys, right? Yeah, so we figured out what these are. We can't see them because we don't have anybody in there and we don't have that system in our control, so we can't actually see them. So nothing too special. But we do have another tradition. Now we can actually go ahead and add to our population growth. Yay! And now we have another first contact thing. More influence. And yep, we figured out the Tyanki, which are essentially space whales. So that's neat. So we figured out all of our first contact protocols, I believe. Let's take a look at our situation log. Yeah, so we figured out all of the first contact protocols, which is cool. So that's a really good way that they've changed it to where you no longer have to waste your science to actually figure out what aliens are. You also don't know what aliens are until you actually, send your envoys to figure that out. So now we can do the cloud study and the drone study if we want, which costs our standard science, but we're not going to do that anytime soon because we generally don't care. We have no reason to interact with them right now, so no reason to study them. But now we actually have a good choice in that. So we now have our construction ship just waiting right here. Our science ship should be done soon. Yeah, I got 2 more orders for this place. And then we're going to go ahead and take that planet as well. So we should actually get a colony ship going. And this is kind of an important day for us. We have our first colony officially founded, Hixar Prime. Now let's take a look at it. We have colony remains. That's the only planetary modifier on it. And if we take a look at it, we have a little bit of crime already. That's stupid, but all right. I'll take that, I suppose. Nothing I can really do about it. But now we have to start doing buildings and stuff. And I haven't actually done anything on our main planet yet either. We only have 1 housing left, so I should probably get some more houses on there. But I have been kind of leaving it alone, just so we can kind of do it all together once we have our new colony up. Now, our new colony has 3 housing left, and it has 1 amenity and 3 available jobs. So we don't technically have to do anything with it. We don't have to add any buildings or anything like that because it's already set up for the next couple populations. Populations grow relatively slowly now, if I remember correctly. If we go to population, let's see, does it say anything? Nope, it doesn't even say anything. No species growing on this planet. Probably because it's brand new and I don't think it's ticked over in the next month. Let's see if the month ticks over, if it says anything. There we go. So on this planet, we will have a new population in 32 months. On our main planet, we are 3 months away. So one thing we could do is we could either A, send some population over to the new planet, or we could increase our population growth on this planet by building new houses and stuff, which I don't know what I want to do yet. I don't really like adding more districts unnecessarily because I don't know what they really do yet, but I do feel like we do need housing, so let's go ahead and start doing something. We're going to go ahead and I feel like we should increase our mineral gain. Yeah, let's do that. We'll go ahead and build a mineral district. Oh, well, I guess we can't do that. We'll build a mining district as soon as we have the minerals for it. So that's going to be a little ways off, so we're not going to worry about it right now. But we do have a new research option up, so let's take a look. our science or physics research should have just gotten boosted up. And let's go ahead and see what's next. Increase survey speed, blue lasers, or fusion reactors. Well, now here's the thing. I really want to do increased survey speed and automatic surveying because that is, the better of these options right now. But for story purposes, I'm going to go blue lasers because that's what we're supposed to be doing for the Obsith Collective. And that is our first story choice of this campaign. Okay, and with literally 2 seconds later, we found more hostile entities. Okay, so we're not surveying over there. We are hopefully going to get out of there. Okay, good. They got out of there safely. We have no way over there, so let's not try and do that. We'll go ahead and restrict this area for now. Wait. What are you doing? Can you actually get over there? No way. What's going on? Well, hold on. Let's figure out what they're doing first. So this survey area is completely done. I don't really care about that anomaly right now because it's so far away. So we're going to send this person back. We're going to have them come back here and start surveying all of these systems up this way. Our construction ship has to... Are they done yet? They're almost done. Okay, that's done. We're going to go ahead and lock down this system. And then we're going to send this guy up here to survey that system. Ta-da! Because I want to see what that planet is next. And this person, there we go. Okay, so they can't make it over there. I didn't think so. I don't know why they were letting me even have that as an option. We're just going to have them start surveying all this stuff little by little. And that's kind of where we're at. So now we're just kind of surveying everything. We have this area. Well, this area is blocked off by 2 hostile forces. We have a science thing done here. Let's go ahead and just finish that. Coil guns, basic airstrike, or Corvette build speed. None of those are exactly super awesome. I guess let's just go with Corvette build speed up, because why not? So the thing is we're in a pretty good spot. We don't have any hostile forces that are going to interrupt our progress. We don't have any dangerous, neighbors yet. Anyways, we've expanded out a decent ways, or at least, explored a decent ways without there being any problems. So I'm not really thinking that we're going to have any problems right here. So what I think I'm going to do is I think we're going to call this a session. I think we're just going to continue expanding in this little area. This is the first look at our new galaxy. It's pretty empty right now. What is this? Oh. What? Oh. So the Artisan Troop has 2 different homes now. That's cool. That is really cool. Okay, so we learned both their locations, and that will prevent Artisan Troops from getting destroyed super easily if they have more than one location. That's really cool. So that's a new feature. So welcome to Stellaris 3.0.3. I honestly think this game is going to progress quite rapidly. We don't have anything that's pulling us in any direction, so I think we're just going to be able to expand and continue exploring this area and absorbing it very quickly. And I think I'm fine with that. I'm sorry that we had to restart yet again. That's not what I wanted, but I think continuing on with the Obsith Collective is the right choice here. So I hope you guys enjoy this. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Comment down below if you have any opinions of the new patch. I don't know if you guys have played it at all, or if there's any tips you can give me for the new system, let me know. Some of this stuff is very familiar, but they've changed a decent amount of things like the buildings and the populations bit, so any tips are always appreciated. But that'll be all for this time. I'll see you guys next time.